Hey, Eddie here, ZBQ channel, Zero Blunder Quest, that's our quest, and on the journey to 1700 ELO, we are gonna play the seventh game, I believe, so let's go. 15 minutes with 10 seconds. I don't know what happened. Oh. So we have Yagua 2008, 1154. Okay. I just finished the tactical training. So I had this position yesterday. It's actually interesting because yesterday when I moved this here, it was saying that the best move for them it was this one. So I'm like thinking if I should go to h3 directly, but I don't think so, because if he goes to if the knight goes to h5, I'll just come back. But that's not the case. So in this position, I will immediately ask what he wants to do with the bishop and also get a space to run away. Okay. So now we know that he wants to keep his bishop there. And if he wants to keep his bishop on that side, I think I can go directly to c4. This is one of the situations where I go c4 in the London. If he takes, I take. No, sorry. If he takes, I'll bring. Wait. Now, since he's there, this is one of the situations where I'll first go b5. I'll go b5. If he attacks me, I'll take. He will have the double pawns, and then yes, I'll play c4. But I just don't want him to take my knight after my queen is gone. So yeah, let me first play this. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm actually doing oh, okay. He already. Oh no, my queen is there. My queen is there. It takes my queen. I take his queen. How did I... Okay, I made a confusion here, but still I will have the pair of bishops, which is good. What? I should have played c4 right away, right? I have this position so many times and I still... He went for the pawn, really? But now... Now I can grab a knight and then grab that pawn. Or so I have this pawn that I can grab, but maybe I can, since it didn't take my knight, I might be able to come back and the only thing is that if he attacks my bishop, then I will have to take with the bishop. He will take, I will take, and then he can place his... But I already have one pawn more, so... The thing is that if I come here... I still have this knight also. So I can still... Oh no, I cannot go there now. So I'll have to play something more basic. This rook here. I think he might... I don't know who has the best position at the moment. I think... I might want... I don't know, I think... I feel that I just messed up on the opening. Is he gonna sacrifice his bishop? I'm totally okay with that, especially because after me taking the bishop, my rook will come here, or the a to c1, or the h rook. I'm with allergies today. Yeah, but such a messy opening. Is he from Argentina? Argentina, yeah. Yegua. Okay. I'm not sure if I should come here and then here or there. I'll probably still keep my bishop here. I think it's a good spot. Yeah, it is stopping this pawn, but I think this, I will likely want to do this. there. Should I just do this before developing the rook? Why not? After all, a pawn is a pawn, right? It takes, I take, it takes. I don't think that's bad, and if he comes here, I will probably first bring the rook here. I see that if I attack him, he can come here, and that doesn't seem such a... But wait, I attack him, he comes here, I bring my rook here, and he can come with his bishop here. That's where I don't like, because the bishop here might become too strong. I might do this first. Do I lose anything? Okay, he can actually come here, so I'm almost sure that the engine will say this move is not good. So I have the pair of bishops and I have the connected rooks. So I feel I have the best position. What? What? It was a pawn, right? What? Why did he do that? He wants to take the rook? This... Okay. Okay. This happens so often, like people do a... I mean, yeah, of course it's... He lost the piece, but... Come on, we were on the 17 move. But, guess what? 0 blunders! And... we won, so that's good. We are now 1280. Okay. Yeah, I was... This was a pity because the game was... Although I did not play as I wanted to in the opening, I could totally... I mean... I was like enjoying the challenge of trying to deal with this position. Although, I mean, I saw a lot of... There was a lot of tips telling me, okay, my opponent is Oh, he's already playing another one. Okay, there were a couple tips already telling me that my opponent was not so aware of certain things. Let's check his rapid. So he is 433 on puzzles, but okay, I think he might have started playing recently. 290 games in 1 year. It was more than me, so okay, I don't get why he jumped from 1600 to 1000, but yeah, he has been in, this is when? November, okay, for 4 months. 4 months, no, 6 now. Okay, and he's already playing another one. Okay, so let's just check. I was gonna make the game review yesterday's, or the last game review, game 6, so I had 76.8, which for only 15 moves it's quite bad. I mean, it's not quite bad. Okay, it's not quite bad, but it's not, yeah. If I play a blitz game I will have less, I know, because I'm a turtle, but I have a great move. Yesterday we had the brilliant move on the last game. Our opponent had 3 blunders, but we had 2 misses, so I had a rating of 1500, which it's also nothing special. I just wanna, okay, this is all, again, it's suggesting, but in fact this is not very, this is a move that normally occurs in the London, but not already on the 4th move in this position. But okay, he advised me to play the knight bd2. Oh, and he advised him to take. When he takes, I develop my queen, and okay, so here it was the c4. He advised me to make already the c4. I need to review this on my opening ideas. Okay, so this was good, the b5, yeah, this was clearly bad, but worse was my response. Yeah, this was, oh, he recommended g4. I thought he was gonna recommend me c4, so I can just get the queen out, because this knight is already protected. Let's just check with the engine. No, indeed g4 is okay. g4 is quite strong here. I mean, of course it makes sense, because the objective is to play this without me losing my queen, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And now he plays g6, and now we play knight e5. We play knight e5, and now he's in big trouble. Now he's in big trouble, because all of the options are not good. It just as it is. This one is quite horrible because if he comes to e7, then we can come and take, for example, this bishop. Let's say he comes here, and we can exactly take g6 is the first move. Then we can also take c6. In all of them, we are making a discovered attack on the queen. So, and of course the bishop looks more yummy than the knight, especially because the knight is already pinned. So we can just make the discovered check. He needs to go back with the queen or come here. But if he comes here, I don't think it's that problematic, because we are already a piece up, and we can defend this pawn like this. And of course, before that, we would give the check. He would double his pawns here on the c file, and then yes, we would play the. So yeah, here my mistake was not thinking about, okay, I need to move this knight, so what do I need to do in order to move that knight, because I cannot move the knight now. But I was so eager to to attack, and because I realized this is not a good move. But the other option that I was saying, if he sorry, yeah, no, he did play that, sorry, knight e5. If he plays d8, if he plays d8, we will probably attack. Yeah, the engine says it's the best. We also have knight f3, knight df3, because we are not in a hurry. I think it's more the idea of knight df3, and in fact I should do this more often. And I think that for us beginner intermediate players, it's normal for us to, okay, we have this, let's go ahead. But the thing is that I don't need to do this right away, because the knight is pinned. So if he doesn't attack my bishop, of course that I will prefer to take with the knight, because after he takes with the pawn, I give check. He needs to run away from the check, and I take the rook. I think that the idea now is saying c4 is best, but all of the moves, both knight takes c6, c4, or knight df3, are good. I'm just wondering, if we played knight df3, the best move for him was this knight e7 to stop the pin, and just assume the loss of the pawn. So I don't know, I just feel that this actually is better. So if the queen goes back to d8, we just take, we are attacking the queen, and we have this, so of course it makes sense for him to take. But apparently he also has queen d7, which is not that bad. Probably saying he doesn't have any nice discovery now, because if he comes back to e5, he will take the bishop. So but if he plays this, if he comes here, that looks like the best move. We will play f3. and if he takes the knight, we can bring now this attack, and again we will have the fork that we want. He says that the best move for black is actually c takes b5, so yeah, they will get the bishop and 2 knights and for the queen, right? Tau, 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 and we have one piece more. That, where did we grab? Okay, so we'll still have three points more. So we saw this one, and the last option, I believe, is this one. That is more of the same. It's even worse, I believe. Not for so much, but anyway, this to say that in this position, like, although this is not the position of the bishop normally on the London, the reality is that when they take the knight to c6 and this knight to f6, and they place the bishop outside the pawn chain, yeah, they are asking for this, and a lot of times with c4. The best move was actually bishop d6, just ignoring. Sorry, bishop d6, testing my bishop. This is a very common move for black side. But they say the best move is still to challenge. I need to review my preparation on this. g6 and then knight e5. If he takes, I'm gonna take with the pawn, and this knight needs to move, but actually he wants to move the knight fast so that this pin disappears. Yeah, it gets a lot more complicated when he brings the bishop, and but this was his best move here. Yeah, but anyway, I'm spending too much time on explaining why. So now he blundered again because he decided to take my pawn, and did I took advantage of it? I did, because I took his knight with a check, so I'm forcing him to take. And although he's the one that has one advantage point, I can go take that pawn, which is a mistake. Yeah, what it was it rook c1? It was rook c1, right? Yeah, it was rook c1, of course. Rook c1, whatever he goes with the bishop, it says g6. Now it's time for... Oh, of course he recommends with the rook, because I take the knight, he takes my rook, but then I have the check like this. He takes. It would be a brilliant move if I had found this. And he plays e7 or d8. Let's say he plays e7. I take, and I have 3 points in advantage. And yeah, I just need to move my knight, my king forward, this pawn, to avoid this check, and then bring this rook here, and or if he moves, I will need to also to move my bishop. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense c1 here. So after all, I'm making the review of the game, so the game was also short, so it was not a good, it was a miss again. He tried to build some pressure there. I attacked the bishop, he took, and I said, okay, it's all good for me. And here, okay, this was that moment that, so where was the nice place to place the bishop? h2, okay. I didn't want to come directly to h2 because I wanted to be flexible on these two diagonals. That was my reason, but... Or bishop f4. Go back to the original position, okay. Probably... I don't know exactly what would be the reason, but... So I went there, and he also made the imprecise move. Yeah, I made... Yeah, what was the best move? It's saying bishop h4, come on, that's what I played. Maybe in higher depth it says hc1. Yeah, of course, but it's still saying bishop h4, that's what I played. Anyway, he played this, and yeah, this was also, I felt that g4, but my problem with g4 was that he would play e4, and if I play hf1, exactly what I was thinking, he had this one, right? Okay, they are talking about this, but what about if he played g2? Because this was the move that I was like, if he plays g2, I'm in a bit of a mess because he's attacking my rook and he's attacking my pawn. And I actually... Oh, I can trap him. No, I cannot trap him. Because, okay, the idea was... And now this probably. And now directly g3. But if I go directly g3, he comes here. If I go directly to g3, it takes g4. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but this was a bit difficult for me to see. And now, of course, he's gonna play f5, but I'm gonna play f3, right? f5 and f3, of course. And now he has to play h5, and I will win the bishop. But yeah, like to see all of this would be difficult. Like, this was a... That's why I didn't want to play g4, because I played g4. Wait, I played g4. He attacks my rook. He attacks my rook, and I go to f1. But what was the reason for f1? Is because I want to make this, right? Yeah, exactly. But actually, maybe g1 would even be better. I think the f1 is already tempting, is already seeing the entire tactic of trapping the bishop which is because if he was a good player, he would see that all this sequence probably would come here. You take, come, you take, and now, yeah, because the thing is that if he gets out of the way, not here, but here or here, I gain 2 rooks for the price of 1. So that is why he needs to defend, and we just attack and he defends again. Just for a... he knows that he's gonna lose the bishop, but at least... my rooks are... yeah. Yeah, but it was difficult to see. So I played... okay, we had checked this once. Okay. Okay, this was the moment that I played rook hg1. Yeah, and this was the strange moment that he took my pawn. Okay, so yeah, I think we made the review. Basically, I think the big lesson is on this position. We can... there are 2 lessons here. In this position we can either go for c4, and if he takes, we... I don't know if we take already, or I mean, the idea is of course to develop this way. The rook will come here and we'll be attacking. They say the best move is c3, but probably the more natural initially would be this one, but this one is also... actually, I don't know if I would play c3 here, because the idea that I'm thinking is to have the knight defending this one, which is the third best move, to make this, and now he plays probably e6 exactly, and now we can take this, and they play... yeah, this is the most tricky one, but let's say that they play before. It's also interesting, I guess, but let's just say that they made a passive move, h6, which it was one of the engine recommendations. I do believe that now we can play the bishop b5. It's not like the number one move. The number one move is actually queen b3 attacking b7, and after is queen a4, already setting up the trap that we want to make. Queen c1, okay, queen c1. Okay, queen c1 might be more aggressive. Might be queen c1 and then this bishop here, and we take, he takes, we check, he needs to defend with something. We have this knight here, and if we take, he needs to take with the queen, and we grab the rook. There's a couple of ideas here. But he didn't went exactly to the type of move that I was expecting. So yeah, I need to double check. This position is I mean, there are many. We can go directly to b5. We can even play g4 already, or we can play c4. All of them are like good moves. Even c3, the typical London, is not as strong as the others, but yeah. But yeah, here it was like obvious, the g4 and tau, knight e5. So this is the lesson of the game. See you tomorrow.